Please move to your
look at the stadium
quickly. Players are ready.
from above in the Fuji blimp, piloted today by Captain Gary Fabian. Co-pilot is Greg Plants. And that blimp is as long as a football field, high as a 5-story building, and this surprised me. It can fly as fast as 65 miles an hour.
It's amazing.
It usually soars at about 35 or 40 miles an hour.
Well, you wouldn't think that thing could go that fast, would you?
As long as a football field.
What was the pilot's name?
What's the speed limit up there anyway for glimpse?
65.
Well, there you go.
Yes.
Thank you.
They wouldn't break the rules, you know that.
Sanches serving. 2-3.
He has a toss, Sanches, on his serve that I'd call a clay court toss. He really doesn't set the ball very far into the court, because on clay, he's not going to serve and volley very often at all. And if you watch him here, first or second, the ball doesn't really go very far into the court.
Again, Sanches is not a good passer, especially off the backhand side. He's not as tough a passing shot artist as Chesnikov in the last round, but what he does better is serve and volley.
He's not going to pass anyone up high off that backhand side. Not many people can. And he let that one get up, and McEnroe hit the floater to him, little topspin semi-lob. You got to try to take that a little earlier, or go all the way in and catch it in the air if you can.
You can understand why that kick serve of Sanches is so effective in doubles. It gets him into the net nice and tight.
Sure. 100 points in a game.
Will Chamberlain.
Tennis groupie.
And he is big.
He said, you guys closed up your office too early last night. I had to have my bag locked in here. He gets here early and is the last one to leave.
All.
Sabatini advances over Sukova. 2-1, 6-2, 6-1. Earlier, that was the first match completed. Marie-Jo Fernandez. Tie break down on 16.
You got a couple of guys that can cover court. Have another look. Sanches in the backhand corner. Now is outside the doubles alley, almost out of the stadium, and does his best to get back to that cross-court shot. ISO on the Spaniard. He's got a good set of wheels.
And a good fighting heart.
You bet. And those are two things you need if you're going to beat a lot of people on clay courts, for sure, because points last long, matches are long.
Break point.
McEnroe leads 4 games.
Watch how close McEnroe takes this return. It's way inside the baseline. Sanches was sliding to his left, expecting to come back cross court. And though he saved a break point in his previous service game, that time he was not able to do so. So McEnroe leads 4-2.
McEnroe's got to keep up his numbers on serve. He served 3 times already. He's only lost 2 points, and they were both when he had to put in a second serve. Here comes another one. See, this is where he could get into trouble if that service percentage starts dipping for him. because he doesn't always come in behind his second serve. And then the points get complicated.
That's great stuff there. Half volley winner.
Not many people can do that.
15 love.
Here's another look. Right off his shoe tops. Notice the head didn't move much. He didn't bend, really get real low, but his head was very quiet, so you can focus on the ball. We recommend you try to bend those knees and get your head down near the flight of that ball on those low ones and stay down throughout the stroke.
15 love.
That's not a bad percentage when you get your first serve in, huh? Win them all.
That volley of his has not looked that good in so many years. Tony Palafox, when he started working with John again, he said he couldn't believe how much McEnroe's volley had degenerated. But look how nice it looks now. A very short, compact swing. His volley had gotten so swingy because he was out of position. He was muscling that volley around. Now he's not, which means he's moving better.
Well, he's sort of caressing the racket through the ball on a lot of those volleys, not stinging it with a short chopping type motion. The good volleyers basically stop once they make contact with the ball.
40 love.
Let's see how McEnroe gets inside the service line here. A toss well inside the baseline. See where he is? What a difference in the way he tossed that ball into the court and Sanches, who tossed it almost straight up.
Game McEnroe. Ball change.
Game to McEnroe. He leads 5-2 in the first.
McEnroe.
At the stadium, the U.S. Open of 1990, USTA's National Tennis Center, John McEnroe has won 12 of the last 14 points.
He's stopping all the time the match, so
against Emilio Sanches.
John's wife Tatum also.
Quiet, please.
McEnroe is serving well, and he's come in behind every serve but one.
Players are ready.
Of course, that's
Quiet,
what he
please.
should be doing if he serves well, and he's always gone as his serve goes. When he serves well, everything else works better, and that's the case with most people that rely heavily on the serve.
Thank you.
Well, he's serving so well and volleying well.
Right.
15 love.
Second ace for Sanches. Shea Stadium close by, just across the parking lot and the tracks. San Francisco over the Mets. San Diego beating Philadelphia.
I like the way he's looking on his returns. He's always looking to attack. You know, he's really playing the first strike ball, whether he's serving or whether he's returning. He tries to dictate the point right from the start.
See, he realized you'd hurt him, so he came right in. That's not the ideal volleying position, but now he's where he wants to be.
(30-15).
He's got the people behind him, literally and figuratively. When he won his match over Chesnikov the other night, he said, "I must be getting old. They're all clapping for me, and it's the round of 32.
That's right.
(40-15).
You know, you bring up something, Tony. You said he knew he had him hurt. Another sign of a champion. When you realize you've hurt him, you can close it.
Go finish him. That's right.
Game Sanchez.
Game to Sanches, however. And it's
McEnroe
5-3 in the
leads,
first.
5-3.
McEnroe.
That was a fine service game from Emilio. He really moved the ball around, got him in, got some heat behind him.
And that's the same thing.